So happy Monday. Come on in, take a sip, let's wind down. My friend, Dr. Jeff Cortez has been running around down in the Baltic states and spent some time in Croatia and Bulgaria. He brought back some wines and introduced one of them yesterday from Croatia during the New York Times Sunday Solve. And today I've got the Tempus Vinae Mavrud. And this is a Bulgarian wine. And Mavrud, if you're unaware or maybe it's slipped your mind, is a varietal grape. Usually they use Mavrud grapes to blend as a blending agent to bring in more of a well, in my experience, it's been to bring in more minerality, more terroir. But this is a wine that is just a Mavrud wine. And on the nose, it has certainly calmed down to a degree since I've poured it, but it's a slight tone of cassis on the nose, sulfur, and a metallic minerality for the nose, which is very interesting. And these are not negative traits by any stretch. These are great, but it's not what you would expect. But on the palate, it's cassis. It's some dark stone fruit. It's extremely dry. To those of you who speak German, it's Furztrocken, which is a German word literally that we use to order extremely dry wines. I think it directly translates to fart dry. So, but it's a very pleasurable experience. It has, it's tannic, but it's got a nice, soft, smooth finish. This would be fabulous with fatty, fried, spicy foods, but maybe more on the Asian sector of the globe. Pad Thai comes to mind, but really, fabulous wine. I am definitely going to drink that whole bottle tonight. I'm going to switch out my gum, and we can get looking into this grid here today, see what we've got. So, it has been a crazy weekend. We were in Stuttgart, as you well know if you saw Friday, and so, but we're back in the studio now, and it just feels great to be here. Just a wonderful feeling to be back, to know that the sound quality is going to be there, that we've got, we're at home, we're in that comfort zone, right? And so, not a bad place to be. So let's go ahead and we'll get started here. Oh, wrong mouse. Okay. Seems they both work though. All right, so let's see. Starting here with one, as usual, Prince with class next to lamppost singer. Seabirds and golfer. Harassed former WI captain. Should be the end of most of the dry season. Should. Kitchen unfinished on 1588 vessel. Galleon. Okay, I can see that. And you know what? That's good too. Drink up at the King's. I think we're probably need to focus on should here, right? Prince with class next to lamppost singer. Oil hostilities cut short by Mufti's decree. Mufti's decree. I'm going with a fatwa. So sailing, Spanish waters generally. So probably generally speaking, maybe in the Spanish waters, maybe in the main. Best of the bunch. Best of the bunch. So we're gonna go with a top banana. Top banana. Contrite traveler coming in, dropping a bit of rubbish. Wow. Contrite, though. So, well, I don't know. And I don't know who this prince should mean the end of most of the dry season. Ought to mean. Ought to be the end, maybe? Feels good. Drink up at the King's, maybe. Well, with that there, how can I not say regal, but I have no idea. Seabirds and golfer harass former WI captain. I guess I'm not sure about WI. Oh, West Indies. So maybe we're talking about a cricketer. Freedom that's tolerated or excess. Okay. Man-eater with writer in cut. I'm not a cannibal. Or a song by Hall & Oates. Oh, here she comes. Freedom that's tolerated or excess. So we could be talking about license here. And I think y'all spell that with 2 C's. Chess move, by the way. We were just talking about that. En passant fits nicely. Tanner waste Palm Sunday, taking 24 hours off. Cut short a game with partners from all quarters. Pipe Valley running through Britain. Author making way round lake with boy turning up holding hands at first. Author. Cut short a game. Tanner wastes Palm Sunday taking 24 hours off. I really want to get something up here. I don't want to have to not have it. Pipe Valley. God. Tanner. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we got a sun lamp. I was thinking of someone who tanned hides. Gotta get out of that cognitive bias, right? I mean, I can't be sitting around, with my mind set when I don't even know what's going on. Cut short a game with partners from all quarters. So I think we're talking about bridge, and then to a bridge. We got a pretty simple one today. It feels pretty good. Seabirds and golfer harassed former West Indies captain. Are we talking about Sir Gary Sobers? I don't know. But I guess his name isn't. Maybe Gary's short for. Garfield? Now it's really coming out of my third point of contact here today. Let's see. Pipe Valley running through Britain. I have no idea. It looks like Briar. If I get some sudden inspiration to change it, but it lines up, but it does not feel good. And Ryder making way round lake with boy turning up holding hands. This looks just like Roald Dahl. Don't understand a thing of the clue. Musty. If you do, you want to share it with me, but I'm telling you, anybody know? Me, not so much. I figure between Musty and LT, somebody might get it. I don't know. It doesn't come as much of a blow. Okay, 6 and 6. I'm going to go with a gentle breeze. Yeah, I wish they were all this easy, but then again, I don't, because then they'd be boring is all get out to me, right? So I don't, Scrap of shelter after halftime. He may recommend Vukiko at river to one in ambush. Well, recommending Vukiko. I'm going to say this may be a sommelier. Fits. And here we have a scrap, right? So maybe a melee with those Scottish soccer hoodlums they used to make fun of on Saturday Night Live when I was a kid, and I just kind of let that stick in my head. Scottish soccer hoodlums. Seems pretty normal. Have they been to Philadelphia? If Philadelphia wins any championship, I mean, they got to grease the light poles. I mean, it's all coming down, right? Short debut in top league. Okay, that's maybe a double definition, maybe a premiere. And also, top being premiere. Dramatist featured in Swinburne's biography on Reflection. That's just got me thinking Swan Lake. I'm going to go with Ibsen. Children, a bone of contention, maybe an issue, another double definition there, nice. And fruit from Romanian garden. And I think we've got a, I think this is an orange here, and I feel like Romanian garden is to be anagrammed, so I'm going to go with a mandarin orange. Whirlwind Frank. Well, I got that P and that N. It's telling me maybe typhoon. And metal pot cooked state tree. Damp smell I detect at first. Damp. Got a D there, so moist is out, but we could put in humid. Humid would work. Metal pot, cooked state tree. Accountant with car on hilltop. So, auto... kind of maybe an auditor, maybe. And that looks like we got a palmetto, and I don't know which state that is that does that. I'm assuming we mean another place besides the Yank states, so I don't really know. Broke right away, left high and dry. Prince with class next to lamppost singer. Is this George Formby? Are we going back to that era? And I guess broke the breakers, left high and dry. Maybe you got beached? Yeah, I just wish I felt better about Briar up top. Contrite traveler, contrite, maybe repentant. And I'm going to go within the main. That's what I was thinking earlier, but I didn't do it. I don't know why I don't just put it in. It's not like I'm going to come up with something better. Let's check all. I must have misspelled auditor and typhoon. Well, you know what? Otherwise, that would have been a really good thing, and I guess I need to really memorize this Briar thing. Is that a pipe valley? Literally? That's impressive. That's pretty cool. Yeah. As a matter of fact, we went to dinner tonight, and well, this afternoon. We usually eat around 2 or 3, and we generally eat once a day. But we were sitting there, and I'm used to Shotzi being busy talking with family, or reading the news, seeing what's going on in the world, right? Commenting on it, and so I was studying chess moves. The old Spanish guy, right? I was looking at the Italian jobs, just looking through some various chess moves, reminding myself in case I wind up playing a game at some point. I've been learning poker as well, because I never learned how to play the game, and I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to be any good at it, because if I'm not, then there's no point in messing with it, but I feel like it's the kind of game that I would be good at. So, there it is. So, absolutely. So en passant, that was fantastic to see there. I think that would have been something that I remembered regardless, though. But these clues were so beautifully written for me specifically, and I'm sure for every one of you. So Maskarade, fantastic job setting this grid today. It was a fun one for me. And George Formby, yeah, that's good stuff. No matter how you slice it. So let's go to read down our Benny Dad, do. If you get a chance to go to Bulgaria or to Croatia, I can tell you right now the wines are very distinct. And if I were to somehow stumble into 10,000 pounds sterling and 6 months that I could afford to just go to London and sit for the Master of Wine exam, believe me, I would do it. But I would definitely be keeping these in mind. Just love the terroir. I had never had an opportunity to drink a Bulgarian or Croatian wine before, and these are really quite fabulous. So thank you again, my friend Jeff. What a wonderful way to explore. And if any of you goes off to some exotic location and brings an extra wine bottle back, you can pop it in the mail to me. I won't be complaining a single bit. I'll even pay that those Brexit fees, which I've had to do in the past. I ordered a brand new set of Burberry luggage right before Brexit happened, and I was in Germany at the time. I was in Ida Oberstein near Trier in the Mosel region, Naha region. And when they finally shipped from Burberry, Brexit had kicked in, and I think I owed an extra 1,200 euros or something on top of what I'd already paid for that gorgeous luggage that I still have. So I'll even pay if you want to send some wine. What I'm looking forward to is getting up to London. I'd like to see some friends that I've made through the channel. Obviously, do a pub crawl with Musty, and I would love to see Krishna and have a bite to eat down in the King's what do you call it? The King's Resorts, the spa towns down there between Portsmouth and London. So I'd like to do that as well. But I'm really looking forward to trying the British champagnes, your sparkling wines, and some of the dry whites. I'm really, really eager to get my teeth into some of those. So, until we see you on the morrow, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Tag noch. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Servus. Grüß Gott. Ciao. Cin-Cin. Be well out there. Yeah, be nice to everybody you can, but especially those strangers behind you in line. We could all use a little bit of kindness on occasion, but only if you can stomach it. Be well. Cheers.